In the last video, we defined this user data source class which takes the database as a constructor which enable us to interact with our database throughout this class. And we also defined our object users that represents the users table. And currently the table name is auto generated. But we can even pass the name to the table within this constructor, like we can say something like users. So whatever name we give it over here, it will be referred as a table name. For the primary key, we refer to this id column which will store unique integer for each users, and we are using this auto increment function to make sure that each new entry will get a unique automatically incremented value. And we had one name column for the user name. Now, let's begin with some numerical data types. So, let's add a column for age. So, let's say val age equals integer, and we can give field name as age. So, this integer function will map to int in the SQL statements. So, if you are familiar with SQL syntax, then this integer function basically maps to int. And this data type can be used to store the whole numbers within the range of -2 to the power 31 to 2 to the power 31 minus 1. So this integer data type can be used to store value within this range. Now let's define one more column. So let's say val height in centimeter equals short, and we can give field name as height in cm. So here we are using sort function to store the small integer value, and this sort function will basically map to small int. And this data type can be used to store the value within the range of -32,768 to 32,767. Now, let's also add the follower counts. So we can say val follower counts equals long, and we can give field name as follower count. This long function basically maps to big int, and this data type can be used to store the value within the range of -2 to the power 63 to 2 to the power 63 minus 1. So, using this long, we can store the large whole numbers within this range. Let's add one more column, val rating equals float, and we can give field name as rating. Now this float function basically maps to real, and this can be used for storing the approximate decimal numbers. We also have the decimal data type, so we can say val count balance equals, and we can use this decimal function and pass the name as account balance. We can also set the precision, so we can let's set it as 2L, and we can also define the scale as 2. So this decimal function basically maps to decimal. This account balance column will store the user's account balance within the precision of 12 digits and 2 decimal places. So if we want to control the precision, then we can use this decimal instead of this float. So these are the numerical data types that we can use to store the different types of numerical value that we wanna store. Now we also have a boolean type. So let's add a column is active equals bool, and we can pass the field name as is active. This bool function will map to boolean, and it is used to store the boolean value like true or false. Now let's discuss about some string data types. Let's begin by adding a gender column. So let's say val gender equals char, and we can give the name as gender, and we can pass the length as 1. So this gender column store a single character which could be M for male and F for female. Since we are using the length as 1, this will enforce a fixed length of one character in the database and it maps to char. And this data type can be used for storing the fixed length character string. If we know the exact length for the string, then we can use this char data type to define the column. Let's add email column as well. So val email equals varchar. We can specify name as email and we can specify 80 as the maximum length limit. This varchar function basically maps to varchar and can be used to store the variable length character string within a maximum length limit. So if we are sure about the maximum length of the string, then we can use this varchar data type. And here we already have one name column as well that uses the varchar and has the maximum length limit of 50. Now, if we do not want to specify the maximum length limit or exact length, then we can use the text. So, let's say we have a bio column. So, val bio equals text and we can specify field name as bio. This basically maps to text. And this text data type can be used for storing larger string value without having to specify the maximum length limit. So if we are unsure about the length, then we can use this text data type. So these are all the numerical data types. We have a boolean data types and string data types. Since we have introduced lots of column in our users table, in the last table we only had ID and name column. So in order to introduce all of this, we either need to run the migration, but we haven't covered the migration yet. So instead of running migration, let's drop the table first. So we can get rid of this. We can say schema utils dot drop and we can pass the table. So using this, our table will be dropped. But before that, we need to run our Docker container. So we can open up the Docker desktop application and run our container from here, or we can also run the command. So we can simply say docker compose up. And as you can see, it is started to run. First, let's drop the table. So we can simply run our application and we can check localhost 8081 and reload this one and it says no tables. So we dropped our table. Let's recreate the table. So we can say schema utils dot create. We can pass the table and we can insert a user. So we can say users dot insert and we can also give some fields the default value. So let's say we want to set is active by default as false. So for that we can use this default and pass false. So even if we do not specify this is active while inserting, then it will be inserted with the default value of false. We can also set some fields as nullable. So let's set bio as nullable. So we can say nullable using this nullable function. So if we do not specify the bio field while inserting, then it will have the value as null. Now let's insert a user. So we can specify age equals 25. We can specify height as 175. Let's have follower count equals 100,000. Let's have the rating as well. So rating equals 4.77 F. We can set the account balance equals Now to specify the decimal, we need to use this big decimal. So big decimal, and we can pass the value. So let's pass it as 12345 dot 678. Now let's specify the boolean field is active equals, let's specify true. Let's have the gender equals male. We can have the email equals test at example.com. We can have the name equals test. We can also specify the bio. So let's say bio equals, this is some random text. So we specified all the fields. Now let's rerun our application. As you can see, there is no error. Now we can check the adminer. We can reload this, and as you can see, there is one row with the value that we inserted. Like you can see the decimal value. Since we have a scale of 2, so this will basically round to 6, 8, as you can see over here. And is active is 1 for true. Now, since we set this bio as nullable and is active as default, we can insert without specifying them. So let's comment these two fields and rerun our application. Refresh this one, and as you can see, is active and bio is having the default value that we specified. So for bio it's null, and for is active it's false. So that should be it for numerical, boolean and string data types. So thanks for watching and happy coding.